I'm reacting to my Roblox animation evolution because I know how much I've evolved and how bad I used to be. Epic! This video is going to be in two parts. The first half is me going over the first half of my animations, and the second half will be much shorter, but we're going through some of my more recent ones. Epic, am I right? Alright, starting off in October 2020. Now, this is one of the few ones that I've used Blender for, which makes it very, well, special to me, I guess you could say. As you can see, the frame rate is pretty terrible, and there's not really any animation going on, because basically what I did is that I imported a model from Blender, just from Roblox Studio, and just imported it into Blender. Okay, I thought this was sick, but looking back, this was absolute garbage. This was almost 3 years ago, and honestly, this is something that a 2-year-old could do. Like, damn! But I did put some nice Easter eggs, like there's Ugly Poe, just random noob, Cookie. This was for Spectre release stuff reaching 1,000 subscribers, and, you know, maybe I'll be there soon. Probably not, but you know. Yeah, it doesn't look very good. There's only one source of lighting, which makes everything just seem too dark or too bright. Like, if you look at that as well, it's like, yeah. So now we're moving up to later in the month. Now, I remember being so excited to make this one right here. This was also done using Blender, and the only thing that was moving was the bullet, so let's just take a look at it quickly. Yeah, it's really nothing special. Let me just go back and I'll put it in slow motion. But nah, it was so as you can see, all it is basically Likeable shooting a gun at me somehow dodging it without moving my body parts. So yeah, like, I didn't really know how to properly cut, so it's just really weirdly like moved. I phased through the floor, and somehow the bullet reflects back, which I don't think that obeys all laws of physics. But I mean, if you freeze at a frame, it looks good. But I kind of need more than that for a Roblox animation. And then oh god, this one was fast. I remember filming this one. This was like a pirate one. I'm gonna play back this speed way lower. Basically, this was just pirate animation that I did because I was bored. As you can see, I'm overboard. I look scared for some reason. There's as you just saw, there's pirate Likeable. Then I phase through the plank instead of jumping off it. Then I fall into water, we don't see it. I like the camera angles, it's just so fast, and then Likeable somehow slips and falls. Okay, even today I think I nailed momentum with how Likeable falls, but otherwise, like, yeah, the camera just, it didn't work. I didn't cut it ever, except for, I might have right at the end, but I'm not sure. So he falls in the water, then we skip all the way down to Special Abilities Alt, just falling. It doesn't make any sense, but it was certainly something. And then right here, okay, this was January 2021. I swear it was earlier than that. I was very into Danganronpa at this time. I still am into the game, I'm just not as much as I was. And basically it's just like one of those death scenes, like import one, I don't know, for Kokichi or something. And as you can see right here, it's just that, you know, it goes through the scene. Like, as an actual frozen frame, I think it looks sick. Let me just pause at the right time. Damn it, I can't pause things properly. Yeah, like right there, like that is perfect. As you can see, he got stabbed by a pencil. I think overall, it's just the background and it just looks cartoony. Which I guess it is Roblox, so it makes sense. But I don't really count this as an animation. It's just me moving the camera around a frozen still. But you know, I thought it was fun, you know. And then now we run to, okay, this was the first time I tried Moon Animator. That was in July of 2021. It's rough, but it's nowhere near as bad as, say, the other ones that I just showed you. Also, when recording this, I have music on in the background and I didn't mute it, so I just put like a weird filter over it in this video just to show how genuinely sucked I was. So let's play this down. So basically, yeah, I'm on a train track, I fall with really weird physics. I didn't really understand the time one with this, so it just made things really awkward. So then, yeah, then it does a quick camera down to Manequip, who's just like really slowly moving his head, and he's like really frozen still. Also, the black bars, this is what I did those on Roblox Studio for some reason, instead of just doing them manually like I do now. Yeah, so I shake my head. And then it goes back to me. As you can tell, I'm levitating over the path. I want to recreate this scene, this exact animation for a video, so I might do that at some point. I've been wanting to do that for like 6 months, I just haven't had time. Yes, then as you can see, there's me not even standing and moving really weirdly. It's like I'm trying to get up, but I wasn't even that far down to begin with. Oh, I found this part so funny. Wait, no, not. Yeah, right here, as you can see, he's already starting to tilt back after getting hit because I forgot to keyframe him before he got hit. I just didn't change it. You know, this part's hilarious to me. I always, whenever I look back at this part just looks so funny. So it takes like ages to walk, then I start, and like my bed, and I spend ages, and I just like, whoa, put my leg over, and it freaking just like, it's like I'm in a sitting down post, and I go back to Manquip, who is, yeah, literally like starting to fall, then I do a camera. I had an idea, it just didn't work out. Yeah, and then all of a sudden I get poor Deep Edward from the Wall Chronicles, and he's like phasing through my hat and hands, and then I'll just throw him across. See, Manquip's falling, but he hasn't even been hit yet. And then the collision happens, which, yeah, I think the collision looks good. Now I kind of just make it look like they collide. But I really tried hard to make sure that it was a direct hit throughout the entire thing. Yeah, so he falls back, you know, and then the camera for some reason just starts moving this direction. And then the wall jumps up, and then, yeah. My idea for this was a security camera footage. That's why it's still. He's on the floor, and that's just me dragging Manquip behind me. Overall, there's definitely been a big improvement between that and Blender, obviously, but it isn't the greatest thing of all time, but at the same time it's Roblox, it doesn't really have to be. This was right before I started working on Operation Destroy Christmas. Firstly, the camera quality is friggin' awful, like, look how pixelated it is, but I was so impressed with this. Basically what it is, just me and Manquip around and stare down. Then he basically, I tried to attack him, he dodges really weirdly, just like really gently touches me, and it causes me to just flip round. The problem with most of these old ones, they don't have any, something that I like to call director personality. I consider myself the director of the latest animations that I've been doing, and I have a certain style that I try to put in all my animations now, compared to what I did. Like, it looks like so generic, kind of like an MCU movie. But no, there's just no personality in it. Like, I even say Operation Destroy Christmas, well, it doesn't have a lot of personality in it, because it's like this level. It's not as bad as this one. Like, if you look at, wait for, what's it called to come out? Doomspire Brick War. That's not what it's called, is it? I don't remember. Wait, let me check. Yeah, Doomspire Brick War. That has so much of my director personality in it, because the thing that I hate is just constant cuts. I want every fight scene to be smooth without any cuts. I want it to be clear to watch. And if there are cuts, I want it to service the film instead of blah blah blah, you know? I've gone on a tangent. Yeah, as you can see, I start falling slowly, then I just hit the ground, and then Manquip just walks up to me for some reason. I like the walking animations. I did that manually because I didn't know you could import already existing. Okay, here it is. This was the first thing I did for Operation Destroy Christmas. I uploaded the scene the moment I was finished as a teaser. So you can see I'm just running, like, for some reason I'm in R6 even though the rest of the things in R15. So you can see I'm just running awkwardly, just through trees and stuff. Not bad camera angles, but I'm cutting way too much. And then I see a tank and I flip over the tank, and like the tank just stops. In the actual movie, this tank just stood up. There was no reason why it was there. It was really funny. So then I land on, and like, I think I'm breaking all laws of, no, it was not this. Yes, I just start walking across. You know, yeah, so, you know, I don't think it turned out that bad. I realised, I think that shot's pretty good. It's not to the level that I would do today as the camera, as I just don't like still cameras that much. But, you know, as a start, I thought that was pretty good. Right here, December 2021. Again, this shot, I spent like 5 hours on, then it crashed. So I had to redo it. I think it took me like 2 hours the second time, but I was so annoyed. And basically, this shot is, so, it's literally just that. Me breaking through a bunch of glass. I think this is cool. This is the money shot. The lighting is just terrible, and it's just so, it looks so flat, but still, like, look at that, me just crashing through the glass, hitting him. My legs don't work like that. I just want to point that out. And I do like a flip and then turn around. Like, he just was like, look, you did it, you really, really did. I mean, look at that power pose. Like, I'm clearly. And then this main villain, I think this scene's just funny because look at this. He's just like really struggling to walk, and he jumps around again, breaking physics. He does a sick flip, and then he runs past Santa, who's just watching awkwardly. He steps on this dude. Oh god, I just hit my laptop. He hit the dude, and he just goes, oh, and he presses his arms up in the air. That's interesting. And then he walks on his head, and then start having a fight for some reason. I spent so long on this fight. I mean, it's it's decent, you know. I mean, it's not great. Again, very flat, no director personality. I take his mask off for some reason. Here's a fight between Santa and the other dudes. Like, I don't understand how Santa's doing so well in this fight. It's not awful, but if you look in the background, we're just not moving, and I think that really kind of gets rid of the illusion that it's real. Santa tackles this dude, and he falls to the ground. Like, we didn't even put up a fight. Then with the villain, back again against Luke, they're having a little confrontation, which I cut out this video because I think my voice acting's absolute garbage in this. Then he runs towards me, and I push him back, and then again his legs physics not working, as you can see right here. If it ever works. Yeah, like let me look. Yeah, like legs don't work. Legs don't work like that. Yes, I hit back, and we have a little fight where we run across them. This, and then, yeah, as you can see, I forgot to animate my arms, and I don't think these work for physics, so he jumps above me. I think that's a cool idea. Just bad execution. Santa looks up for some reason, and me and him were just having a little fight. Also, this is a scene I thought was sick, when I just did a wall bounce and just hit and just like kicked him in the back. Like, I thought that was so sick when I did that, and I would, like, every hour I was like, oh, I gotta watch that again. But it wasn't that cool. And then right here we have just Santa jumper. This should have killed the guy, I'm just pointing out. Like, that should have destroyed him. Yeah, then we're jumping across the chairs. He knocks me back and then falls down. We roll and then I run away. And then we just run up here. He, like, attacks Santa, pushes him back, then they pick up. These were supposed to be, like, the money shots as well. Like, me and Santa as a team and these two as a team. Neither of these two have any character traits. This dude doesn't even have motivation. Like... Yeah, so then we stare, and then we have a little like full-on fight, which I think this fight actually kind of holds up. It's not great, he's Naruto running, but for a first time trying to do an epic fight, then we go on each other's backs and we just, yeah, I don't think it's awful. Again, it's not great, but okay, at the time, animating 4 people at once was awful. Now I'm doing like 3 people continuously fighting in an action scene. I think I even have one where like, there's 6 people or something in what's it called, Christmas Annihilation. Yes, there's this little fight, you know, like those two are fighting, you know, and then for some reason Santa spins, but they just stop fighting after that. They just that pose, and they try to pick up the axe. Doesn't make any sense. Then he throws the axe in it, hits Santa in the arse. Ow! Yeah, that's his fault, kinda. So I love how I cut out the bleeping. Otherwise, just okay. James 2022, this is what I think, this is the level that I kind of expect from myself at a bare minimum. Not great, but not awful. So it's basically just red versus blue. As you can see, they start fighting. Like, again, physics don't really work with this, but it's just a fun action scene, it's continuous. That doesn't make any sense, his legs aren't working. But there's never a break in this thing. Like, there's never a point where you won't be bored watching this, because something's always happening at every single moment. Like, you can see the ball change colour, that took me forever. He gains a weapon. I had to animate that weapon separately, by the way, that wasn't attached to his hand. This was all one take as well, so normally every single scene has like different shots, I have to edit them all in. No, this was just continuous editing. Well, it's a continuous thing. The ball changes colour for some reason, he kicks him in the nuts. Then he just starts rising up, kicks him off. Again, leg physics don't work, but I guess I can get away with the lack of realism, because I mean, they're just red versus blue. He runs up as he climbs more bricks for some reason, jumps that, and on. For some reason, sometimes they change colour, sometimes they don't. Again, no legs physics, but I like this though. Brings down a spear. Also, I just like how whenever they touch the items, it changed colour. He jumps up, kicks him, and then they start attacking. That jump is something I've never been able to replicate as well. It just looks so fluent, and I don't know why. Like, look at, like, that's how some person jumps. And I don't know how I did that at the time. Then they run around for some reason, and then they just start having another fight. A lot more sliding all of a sudden, doesn't make any sense. He tries to jump up, gets knocked down. And then he just starts flying up, and then Red's just like, screw you, Blue. I don't know who's going to win, honestly. I just couldn't figure out an ending. And then they fall, and this is just weird. The music slows, and all of a sudden just green just shows up out of nowhere. Doesn't make any sense. I might do a part 2 to this, I'm not sure. And this will be the final one in this video. I'm going to try and get around the 7-minute mark. Okay, this is great. I still think this is pretty good. Again, there's no depth of field. not really much director personality. This is very much Logan inspired for me. It's just me walking down a path, very slow, dragging everything, and then I see a zombie. This was set in a zombie timeline. It's really going to be actually a series, but I just never got onto it because I just changed my mind, I guess. There's a zombie. I do slow motion and chop his head off, and the blood is just and then more zombies. I think I did quite well with these zombie animations. I think this guy jumping here looks great. Like, it looks like he's jumping up and down. Then I run in with my axe, and I jump on his head, and yeah, when Santa jumped on the guy's head, it didn't fall off, but when I jump on this dude's head, it falls off. Then I cut him in the head, and then it doesn't work, they're a zombie, so he eats me. Also, I want to point out, I think the lighting in this one is absolutely beautiful. So then a grenade is dropped, and he dies. He doesn't die, he's a zombie. Then I'm walking down with Man Equip, because he was the one who saved me, I guess. And, oh no, what's happening? Jump cut, I'm turning into a zombie! Oh god! And then Man Equip is scared, so then I basically he runs away, because I'm now a zombie. Because zombies are what I become. Whoa! Again, great lighting. I think the lighting in this is absolutely beautiful. He trips on an arm, he's about to die, and then I get shot. Yeah, but as you can see, his body shifts slightly because these are two different character models. I die, and then this random dude with a shotgun who just showed up out of nowhere. And Man Equip's like a little shy boy in the background as the main dude's just about to shoot everyone. Yeah, the lighting there looks flat. I liked it at the time, I don't like it anymore. Then there's a zombie. That's the guy who lost his arm. He's about to shoot at him, but he's out of bullets. So he's like, oh shoot. So for some reason, he starts using the gun as a weapon. Look at that epic flip, though. Like, bro, he just does a clean, slick, and he just chops the guy's arms and body off. Okay, if it was a sword, it would make sense, but since it isn't a sword, yeah. Well, here's part 1 of me reacting to my Roblox animation evolution. The next one will be a lot shorter because it is coming up later to date. But yeah, subscribe please. Thank you.